Kamala Harris voters. Okay, so they protested yesterday around the world. Now what? No, seriously, now what? That's great. You had signs, you went into the streets. Now, talking to my fellow Americans, there's some of you protesting who did not show your butts up at the election. And you regret it. And I know we can't go back. We don't have a DeLorean. We can't go back to the future. But listen here. What are you doing beyond the protest? Listen, I've always encouraged people, even black folks, get out there, not for the Democrats, but for the sake of us, and get at your Congress people. My two are, my three are Duckworth, Durbin, and Davis. But my problem with them is that they're not listening as much as they could be, right? And I know that's frustrating for you as well. I've also asked you to join indivisible.org and make sure that you're on top of things with them. But at the same time, they were the ones also supporting the protest yesterday. And as a black person, we're kind of like, okay, we've been in the forefront of every civil rights campaign, so we kind of set this out in mass. Yes, there were black people there. Of course, we're everywhere. But the thing is that we set this out in mass and said, okay, y'all figure this out because we already figured it out in November, all right? And y'all playing catch up. But now what happens with this whole movement? How do we keep this movement moving? As Martin Luther King would say, the main thing, the hardest thing about a movement is keep it moving. What do you keep moving with? What happens after the protest? Well, the first thing should be doing, it should happen is, yes, reaching out to your Congress people on a weekly basis and keeping your foot in their assets. That's one thing. The second thing that should be happening is the spreading of disseminating lies and spreading the truth that's out there. What's the truth? We're winning 45-1. What's the truth? It's ugly, bloody, but 99% of his executive orders, or almost close to 99, we're reversing. Who's we? The 22 Democratic states, the ACLUs, as well as other nonprofits, and the federal judges themselves. And Darren, they're not following the federal judges. No, that's a lie. They're following the federal judges because if they don't, they're in trouble and it's their assets. Well, Darren, what if we impeach them? We don't have the votes to impeach them. So let's stop that pipe dream. The good news is this. It reminds me of that German leader from the 1930s and 1940s, Hitler, the one we can't say their name on social media so bad that you can't even say his name. That guy. Well, Britain had plans to assassinate that guy, and they stopped their plans. It was very easy to get to him, but they stopped because they realized that Hitler was such an idiot of a leader, they were actually winning. If they got rid of Hitler, then the generals who were more experienced, who dare not question Hitler, I just said his name, oops, hopefully I'm not in trouble, but who dare not question him, old man moment. They if they were in charge of the war, it would have been much harder for the Allies to win and beat Germany. So they stopped it. Here's the interesting part about Trump. If we get rid of Trump, who we got? J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is way more smoother than Trump. That would be a bigger headache. But if we got rid of both of them, Mike Johnson, Mr. Smooth Liar, he's the double devil himself. So we got the ugly, and we keep the ugly that we got. He's losing 45-1. His leadership is waning. His administration last 11 weeks going into our 12th week has been a hot mess. And it's been shocking indeed. But I think we're going to have to ride this baby out. So my question comes back to, what should the protesters do? One, get at Indivisible instructions on what they're doing. I do trust them. Leah and Ezra are doing a great job. Two, and moveon.org. But here's the other one. I want you to understand that it is important to contact your Congress people once a week at least and just touch bases with them. Beyond that, what is it? You need to chill. I'll end it off like this. These people are burning themselves out. Look at every major movie that's been out there, from Marvel movies to Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. The bad guys always burn themselves out. And he's burning himself out. And we're watching him. But don't freak out over everything he's doing. That's what I keep telling people. Stop freaking out. Get out your freak out and get into your focus. It's going to be okay. I'm here not just to say hopeful things, but to let you know the facts behind them. Did I earn you a subscription? Hopefully so. Darren Monroe Politics on YouTube. Definitely, if you're not there, follow me on whatever social media you're looking at, and then go over there, because I get a chance to say things I don't get to say anywhere else. God bless y'all. Hang tight with me.